Imagine a world where national borders are no longer barriers to business, where a manager in New York can lead a team in New Delhi, or an entrepreneur in Beijing can sell products in Buenos Aires. This is the world we live in today, thanks to globalization. But what does this mean for the way we manage our organizations? Globalization refers to the process by which businesses or other organizations develop international influence or start operating on an international scale. It's a phenomenon that has brought about dramatic changes in the way we do business, and it has had profound implications for management practices. One of the key influences of globalization on management is the need for cultural sensitivity. In a global workforce, managers must be aware of and respect cultural differences. They need to understand that what works in one culture may not work in another, and they must be ready to adapt their approach accordingly. Another crucial aspect is understanding global markets. As businesses expand their operations internationally, they need to be familiar with the consumer behavior, legal regulations, and economic conditions of the countries they operate in. Managing diverse teams is another challenge that comes with globalization. Leading and coordinating teams from various cultural backgrounds requires a unique set of skills, including communication, empathy, and conflict resolution. Adaptability is also a critical factor. The global market is constantly changing, and organizations need to be flexible enough to adapt to these changes. They need to be ready to seize new opportunities and mitigate potential risks. Finally, technology plays a crucial role in managing international operations. With the help of technology, businesses can communicate and collaborate with their teams, partners, and customers around the world. Now let's look at some case studies to illustrate these points. First, consider Amazon's global strategy. When globalization comes under pressure, Amazon needs to strategize to hedge against the risks. This case study explores the options a firm like Amazon would have to mitigate these risks. Another case study discusses the impact of globalization on management strategies. It highlights the importance of embracing cultural diversity, forming collaborative networks, and maintaining ethical and sustainable practices. A further study analyzes various outsourcing techniques such as offshoring, reshoring, nearshoring, and farshoring. It investigates the elements typically considered to achieve resilience in the context of globalization. A suitable example of the influence of globalization on management practices is the case of Procter & Gamble, P&G. As a multinational consumer goods corporation, P&G has had to adapt its management practices to operate efficiently in a global market. This includes tailoring products to meet local market needs, managing a global supply chain, and fostering a corporate culture that embraces diversity and inclusion. In conclusion, globalization has significantly influenced management practices by necessitating a more global perspective, cultural sensitivity, and adaptability. The case studies provided offer insights into how different organizations have responded to the challenges and opportunities presented by globalization. As we move forward in this interconnected world, these lessons will only become more relevant.